Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Hope you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your full moon in Gemini message. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. Okay. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Libra collective now for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the full moon in Gemini message here for Libra? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. You have good fortune. And at the bottom of the deck, you have talisman. Right behind talisman, you have relief. Tell me more about this here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. So the key to relief, the key to good fortune. Tell me more about this. The key to relief, the key to good fortune here for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. And at the bottom of the deck, don't let your past hold you back. South node. Work through your fears is right behind that. So the key to good fortune, the key to relief here is to either not let your past hold you back, meaning your past experience or experiences, or to not return to something from your past, or to stay stuck in something from your past. That's your key to success here, Libra. Okay, tell me more about this here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about talisman, good fortune, relief? Have faith in your dreams, and don't let your past hold you back. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess, you have the Star, and you have the Devil. It's like you have a good angel on one shoulder, bad angel on the other. Bottom of the deck, the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Lovers. Okay, I'm going to have to get comfortable with this one, Libra. This looks like it'll be a significant reading for you, a pretty deep message here. Whatever this has been in your past, it's showing up here in your reading as the Devil. It's not the first time that we've seen this in your readings, but it's the first time I've seen this message for the Libra collective. Whatever this Devil has been for you, a situation, environment, a connection, a pattern to you, an experience that you had, I feel like the Libra collective is now sitting at the Two of Pentacles, sitting at the Y point with an internal conflict. Do I fully disengage from this? Do I fully walk away from this? Do I fully give up this habit? Do I fully heal myself from this pattern? Or do I continue? Do I either return to it, or do I just continue existing that way or in whatever that situation, environment, or connection is? Your future will be determined right now, literally right now, based on, like within Sagittarius season, based on what you're willing to put effort into. If you're putting effort into healing yourself from, some type of addiction, then you will be successful with it. If you're putting effort into disengaging from a toxic partnership, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic, you will be successful with it. Your success at this moment is dependent on whether or not you're willing to put the effort to deal with that Devil. Again, situation, environment, connection, pattern, habit, addiction. And if you don't put in the effort, if you refuse, if you sit there in the Seven of Wands and you're like, nope, not going to do it, if you block yourself or stop yourself from putting in the effort, then the wheel spins, but it's a repeated cycle. Okay, why are you having this internal conflict all of a sudden? Five of Wands. What is this Five of Wands? You were doing so well. I think one of your readings was like there's a test coming up, and then the December reading, I said most of you will pass it. Why the Five of Wands? Why this internal conflict all of a sudden? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Wands is clarified by Temperance. Oh, two cards came out. Two of Wands and the Queen of Swords. There you are, astrologically speaking. Why are you sitting at the Y point all of a sudden is my question. Justice, there you are, your major arcana card. So why are you sitting at the Y point all of a sudden, Libra? Because this whole time you were moving towards exiting this situation, environment, or connection, or healing yourself from this pattern or this addiction. Suddenly now you're trying to gain clarity about whether or not you want to do that or not. Where's this indecision coming from? I just saw the Ace of Swords. Where is the indecision coming from? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Judgment. Ace of Cups. And the Six of Wands. Who's offering that? What is that? What is that Ace of Cups there? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. The Emperor. And the Two of Swords. Jesus. Justice, the World, and the Page of Cups. Libra. Okay, I feel like I have two different groups of you, so I'm going to read for group one. And if you feel like that doesn't resonate for you, then just hang on. Maybe you're in group two and a secondary message here is for you. Group one. This could be a voice within yourself. Remember I said good angel, bad angel? Or it could be someone external to you. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where I don't know if you're knowingly or unknowingly doing this or like consciously or subconsciously doing this, but you're basically handing over the reins of this next chapter of your life to someone else, or at least that's the possibility here that can happen. In that respect, I think this reading here, your heads up about that. So what do I mean by this? Okay. Please give me an example to give them. Okay, here's your example. Bear with me on this example, okay? So you're Libra, you're in the car. The car signifies your vessel, you, okay? You're at the wheel, you're driving it. Your life up until this point, for good or for bad, or at least the last couple of miles, has been riddled with potholes, okay? It's been like driving through hell. Lots of different things you have to, get around, and almost having these accidents and these near misses, and it's been crazy. And now you're driving on it. And after driving through or down this highway of hell, there's now an exit sign coming up. And the exit says food, gas, hotel, I don't know, little historic town you could go visit. It's very appealing. And you're looking at your dash and you're realizing, oh, I'm nearing E. I'm nearing empty. I could get off at this exit. I could get gas. I could refuel the car. I could refuel myself. And who knows? Maybe I end up not getting back on the highway of hell. Maybe I go in an entirely different direction. Maybe I take the scenic route. Maybe I decide not to even get to that original destination and I find another place to go. And who knows where I end up? Maybe I really like it. And I end up being one of those people that when they travel to a place they've never been to before, they're like, you know what? I think I'm going to move here. You ever hear of those people? They like go to Hawaii on their honeymoon and they end up like going back home, selling everything and then moving to Hawaii permanently. That's the kind of feeling here, except you're nearing the exit. It's in sight. Every mile marker you're passing here is telling you 10 miles to go, 9 miles to go, 8 miles to go. And you've been excited this whole time to get off that ramp because, man, this highway has been nothing but hell, right? One obstacle after another. You either have a voice within you or there's someone in the car with you telling you, we could just keep going. We could, we don't have to get off at this exit. We should probably wait till the next exit. It's like you're giving that control, this decision, you're putting it in the hands of someone else because you don't want to make the decision, even though intuitively you feel you're being guided. I should really get off on this exit. It's like you surrender the decision making to someone else in the car. Or like I said, that good angel, bad angel, surrendering it to the bad angel, like that negative voice within you. So I don't know who this is in the car with you. It either is that devil on your shoulder that's been with you for a long time, or it's someone in your life who's quite toxic. You need to make a judgment call here about whether or not you're getting off the exit. You're going towards the new opportunity, the gas station, see whatever town is there. And you're like, well, I can't make the decision. I can't make the decision. And now suddenly this person here is like, well, I can make the decision for you. And for some reason, you're looking at this person like either because you've known them a long time or you feel like they're, I don't know, you feel like they're above you. You're looking at them like you're a knight and they're an emperor. They could be an empress. And I don't read body parts. You have the potential here to miss the exit ramp because you're either listening to a voice inside of you, which is not your intuition. It's this devil. It's the devil on your shoulder. Or there's someone in the car with you telling you, we don't need to get off at that exit right now. We should wait. We should wait. Maybe wait until the next exit. What is this? Because the talisman, the good fortune, the relief comes from getting off of the exit. That's the key here. The key, the relief is for, look, divine feminine. That is Empress energy in this deck. That's ruled by, the Empress is ruled by Venus. That's Taurus and you, Libra, whether you're masculine or feminine. Your relief comes, your good fortune comes from getting off of this exit. But there's this past thing, either this devil inside of you, this little temptation, or someone in your car who's attached to your past, who somehow is involved in this, is trying to tell you, you don't need to get off right now. It's like having the addiction, and I'm not saying smoking is the devil. I'm just giving you an example. It's like you telling all your friends and family, I plan on quitting smoking on Friday. Friday at 5 o'clock, I'm done. And then Friday at 5 o'clock comes, or we're getting close to Friday at 5 o'clock here. And suddenly you have someone say, hey, do you want a cigarette? And you're like, nah, I was going to quit. Like in an hour or two, I was going to quit. And they're like, oh, you can always quit tomorrow. That's what this feels like. Like you're surrendering your autonomy or your decision making to someone that you either have this thing where they're like smarter than you or above you. It's like you're surrendering your will to them, or maybe they're older than you. Who is this person? Queen of Wands. I will say when the Queen of Wands came out, she came out on the side. I don't think this person is exactly who you think they are. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Pentacles. This person's going to keep you stuck. This person is going to keep you stuck. You are going to miss the exit. Tell me more about this person. Now, this person could unknowingly be doing this. This would be like a Libra. I'll give you the example. Let's say you gave up drinking. You had an issue with drinking. It happens. No shame. You've recognized it. You got your self-help, either something you did yourself, or maybe you went to counseling or some type of Alcoholics Anonymous group, but you're now alcohol-free, okay? And you're really excited because come Friday will be like your 1 week anniversary that you haven't had a drink. And this friend, knowing you have an addiction issue, says, hey, how about Friday night we go to the casino? And you're like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm still trying to get over one addiction, and I really don't want to replace one addiction with the other. I'm not saying I'll never go to a casino. I just don't think this is the right time because I'm not even 7 days sober from this thing. I don't know if I want to introduce something new to me because I haven't really healed the addictive part of myself that drew me to that, or I haven't healed the wound that caused the addiction. And they're like, oh, come on, one has absolutely nothing to do with another. That's what this is like. So this person could unknowingly be doing that, where you are leaving a toxic addiction, and this person is now about to get you hooked on something new, not doing it on purpose, but it will keep you stuck and stagnant. And if not, you have that little something inside of you, this little toxic voice that's like, psst, Libra, if you have one drink after work on Friday, you live alone. No one's going to know. Or just one drink. I'm only using that as an example. This could be anything. This could be a toxic marriage that you want to leave, and you're about to get off the exit ramp and, I don't know, go file for divorce or find another place where to live or serve your partner papers. And now you have a parent or someone else say to you, you know, marriage is for the long run. You're supposed to take the good and the bad. Don't you remember your marital vows? And you're like, yeah, but this person is a narcissistic, abusive jerk. But that's your wife. But that's your husband. For better, for worse, Libra. And now because you look up to this person, and I don't know who they are, they could be a religious figure, they could be a parent, they could be an elder, they could be someone you know who's been married for like 40, 50 years. It's someone you respect. And now you're starting to second guess stuff. And they're unknowingly doing it. They don't really know your home environment. They don't really know why you want to leave this person. They got the footnotes. You know what I mean? They didn't read the whole book. They didn't live it the way you lived it. Or it could be your person saying, come on, it was for better, for worse. Kind of trying to like pull you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Whether it's the actual situation, environment, or connection, trying to draw you back in, someone who knowingly or unknowingly external to this is saying, you can go back to that, you know, it's the for better, for worse thing. Or why do you want to leave that job and find another job? You've been there for 4 years. Next year, you get a watch. Don't give up the watch, but it's a toxic work environment. I know, but next year you get the watch. You know, it's like, that's the kind of feeling like, well, why don't you go back? So you know better. And if it's not the actual situation, environment, or connection trying to lure you back in, and it's nothing external trying to guilt you into going back, then there's a little devil on your shoulder saying, hey, Libra, the highway to hell wasn't really all that bad. Sure want to get off at the exit? So I don't know who that Queen of Wands is, internal to you or external or associated with what you're leaving, but luring you back into the past will keep you stuck. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Let's get one more card on this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles. I would go for the new. Wheel of Fortune. You have a choice here. You can stay stuck or you can go for the new. Four of Pentacles or the Ace of Pentacles. You've already been down this highway. There is no good fortune. There was no relief. That's why you looked for an exit. That's why God created the exit. Don't turn the car around now. If this was my reading, I would not turn the car around now. King of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Wands. I would keep going. I would make the choice to keep going. I would put my foot down and say, I'm not coming back to the situation, environment, and connection. Sorry, mom, dad, or whomever. Love you, respect you. Not going back to that situation, environment, or connection. Or if it's a little voice inside of you, I would say, no, I want better for myself. I'm not going back to that situation, environment, or connection. But you need to put your foot down with someone here, Libra. Either that entity, the external entity that's guilting you, or the little devil on your shoulder. Something's happening here in Sagittarius season with this Wheel of Fortune, where you may be tempted to stay or guilted to stay or tempted to go back. Or, guilted to stay, guilted to go back, or tempted to stay, tempted to go back. Thank you. So you're going to have a choice to make. Heal this and move on, or go back to it. And quite frankly, I don't think anyone can make this decision for you, not even me. Your intuition. This, not the logical minds, not the heart with nostalgic memories, not that entity, not an external entity. This answer is found within you. Tell me more about the High Priestess energy here. The answer is found within you. You hold the key. Tell me about this here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Cups. It can't be an emotional decision. When emotions get in the way, Neptune and Pisces, one or two things happens. We either romanticize what happened, we allow the nostalgic feelings to come in, we get confused and we stay complacent, or we go back. Or the Seven of Cups could become daydreamy fantasy. And we believe, based on that daydreaming fantasy, that it will improve this time. So this needs to be an intuition over heart, over memory decision even. Over memory. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Cups. So do we see what's happening? Not allowing your mind or your emotions to send you back. not allowing the past person to send you back, not allowing any external soulmate, soul bond connection you have to send you back, Five of Swords, and not allowing the fear of conflict to send you back. Because you might have people who say, well, I'm not going to talk to you anymore if you leave that. If we all go drinking on Friday and Saturday night and you don't show up anymore, we're not going to be your friend anymore. Okay, bye. That's what I would do. Okay, bye. You're my family member and you're not going to talk to me because I'm leaving an abusive narcissist. Bye. That's me. But some of you could be tempted for these reasons to stay where you're at or to go back. Afraid of conflict, guilt from the actual entity or an external entity, or temptation from that entity or an external entity, or daydreamy confusion based on fantasy / nostalgia. Seven of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Fool. How much longer are you going to delay this new beginning? How much longer do you want to sit in that old cycle? 7 years? 10 years? How much more do you need to drive on the highway of hell to realize it's the highway of hell? It's not getting better. They're not going to suddenly start paving it tomorrow. They're not going to line it with gold. It's the highway of hell. I think most of you are going to move on from whomever, whatever this is, but I have to be honest. There's a percentage of you. You're going to repeat this. Tell me about my Libras who repeat this. And then I'll get into group 2. Tell me about my Libras who are, or the Libras who are repeating this. Thank you. Justice, you, Hierophant, if you stay stuck and stagnant, and whatever that traditional thing was. Page of Swords. 8 of Cups, the Lovers, the Magician. You're just going to keep doing this cycle. There's no more emotional fulfillment or contentment to be found with whomever, whatever that is, or that addiction, or whatever this is. And it'll just become a cycle where you get an off-ramp. You decide because of your attachment, your marriage, external forces, religious factors, maybe children, you decide to return. You end up in the 8 of Cups, and then you make the choice to manifest an out, and the out appears, and then you go right back. So yeah, it's going to take faith in yourself and in your future to do this, to move past this. Otherwise, this ends up being a repeated cycle. Anything else Libra needs to know about this repetitive cycle before we close out this message? One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Bottom of deck, 4 of Swords. I would leave before you have more to lose. I don't know what that means. I would take the inspired action to leave before you have more to lose. More time, more money. Let's get into the advice deck. Final advice here for Libra. Group 1 here. Group 1 is thinking of staying. We'll see what Group 2 has. Group 2, I think you're moving forward. Strength. It's going to take a lot of courage and strength and perseverance to push past this devil, whomever or whatever it is, whether it's internal or external to you. Strength. 4 of Cups. It's going to take a lot of strength to reject that devil. And the 4 of Cups, we're rejecting the Ace of Cups, which is being offered here. We're rejecting this. Where was it? We're rejecting this. We're saying, no, I drank from that cup already. It's poison. I don't want anything to do with it. 6 of Wands. There's your victory. Having some boundaries, persevering, 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords, healing that wound, and moving forward. Having the strength to reject it. That's what brings victory and progress into your life. That's where the good fortune is. Not allowing your past to hold you back. Okay, Libra, that's what I have for you, Group 1. You may stick around. Maybe there are some messages in Group 2 for you as well. Group 2 Libras, you're not going back. You got the t-shirt, the koozie, my love. You're done. You're letting it burn to the ground. You're okay with leaving it behind, but you're not sure what comes next. Or you're nervous. There's some trepidation about what comes next. You have accepted the ending, whether it's happened by force or by choice or whatever's happened back there. You have a better handle than group one. You understand it was part of your soul's journey or your karmic path. You're trying to learn the lessons from it. You don't want your past to hold you back, and you want to have faith in your dreams, but you're not quite sure what to do next or where to go. There's some fear. And it's concern more than anything, right? It's concern. So behind the don't let your past hold you back, we have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, and then you have you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. Oh, luck is on your side. And there you go, that good fortune. So you're very close. And then you have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So for you, this is all happening also in Sagittarius season, okay? You're very close to achieving your goal. Don't even consider going back. I don't believe group two here would go back, but tell me more about this. Relief is here or relief is coming. Good fortune is around the bend. Have faith in yourself. Tell me more about this for my Libras in group two. Libras in group two. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Group two Libras, judgment. You already made the judgment call. You're like, I'm not going back. Knight of Pentacles. I just need to make a plan on how to move forward. Very nice. Two cards here. Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And this is where you're stuck. You know you don't want to go back, but you're not quite sure what to do from here on out. You've already made the judgment call. Not going back. This is I'm creating a path or a plan forward. Tell me more about that. Knight of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Two cards came out here. The Eight of Swords and the Magician. Yeah, this is, I don't want to go back. I want to manifest something new. I just don't know what to manifest. I don't mean to laugh at you. It's kind of cute. And again, I don't mean to make fun of you. It's kind of cute. It's like, okay, the worst part is over. This is like using that same analogy from group one. You decided to take the exit ramp. You didn't listen to the jackass you left or the jackass in the car or the jackass angel on your shoulder. Congratulations. You took the exit ramp and now you're off the exit ramp and you can go left, right, or straight and the light is red and you're like, oh God, I need to make a decision before the light turns green. That's the feeling here. It's a little cute. It's like, okay, I did the hard part. I got off the highway of hell. I don't know what direction to go in now. I've never been here before. I've never been here before. I don't know. Do I flip a coin? I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do next. And so I'm stuck. I want to take action, but I don't know what to do next. So Libras, group two, number one, take a big breath here. Okay. A big exhale. You did the hardest part, believe it or not. You got off the exit ramp. Group one is probably going to stay on the highway a little bit longer. And they may or may not join you in the future. But you've taken off the exit ramp. Pat yourself on the back. The hardest part is over. You made the right decision. Now you're moving towards gas, food, hotel, and maybe a little historic town. Now you're on the right path. What direction now? What does Libra do next? What's the advice here for Libra? One more shuffle here. Thank you. I heard don't make a U-turn. Don't make a U-turn. Three of Swords. As I said that, don't make the U-turn. 10 of Cups. Keep moving towards your happiness. And the Lover. So it's a choice. Okay. So my Libras also, second group, where you're off. You did the hardest part. You got off the exit. You're at that red light. You could go left, right, or straight. Okay. It's your choice. Oh, I just noticed that. The don't let your past hold you back. The icon or the shape for the South Node actually looks like a U-turn. Look. You could make a U-turn. You could. You could probably make a left and then get right back onto the highway. You could. Or you can make the choice. Any of the other directions will lead you to the 10 of Cups. I think your message is here not to take the U-turn. Have faith that where you're going will lead you to the 10 of Cups. Might not get there tomorrow, But that highway to hell was not going to get you there. Don't take the U-turn. Even the good fortune card looks like a U-turn. And then there's like tears. Don't take the U-turns like you would cry. You would cry if you took the U-turn. It wouldn't be any different. So don't go back to that situation, environment, connection, pattern, or addiction. It doesn't serve you any. Bottom of the deck, no, leave that back there. Tell me about the Ten of Cups here for Libra. King of Pentacles came flying out of the deck. King of Wands and the Empress. Options. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Well, God now grants you with options. You now have choices, Libra. And in either direction you go in, you're an Empress energy. You're in your power. You're making a decision. You can't go wrong, Libra, when you make the decision. Oh my God, you can't go wrong when you make the decision. When you allow the devil on your shoulder to make the decision is when you go wrong. When you allow someone to talk you into going back to something or doing something that your higher self knows you should not go back to or you should not engage in, that's when you make the wrong decision. When you succumb your power to someone else in the car. So as long as you don't make a U-turn, it's almost like now you can't make a wrong decision. So if you want to go left, right, straight, you can. Just don't make the U-turn. There's no good fortune in the U-turn. Tell me more about these options and choices here. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Thank you. Eight of Wands. Tell me more about that King of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups. And Queen of Cups. Tell me about the King of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Wands, the Hermit, and the Page of Wands. This is new. Page. Both of them are pages. Tell me about that Three of Swords, that U-turn. Three of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Same cycle. You can't make it up. You literally can't make it up. Temperance, Sagittarius energy there at the bottom of the deck. So in Sagittarius season now, you have the opportunity or choice, Group 1. You could make a U-turn and get back up on that highway and join Group 1. You could do that, Group 2, if you wanted to. And if you put in the effort to do that, it's Ten of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune. It's the exact same cycle repeating. Same cycle of betrayal, heartbreak, defeat, setback. Whatever that Ten of Swords was, it repeats. Remember how good it felt the first time? Sure, you want to feel that again? Any other direction you go into, there are different experiences. Some move a bit faster than others, but it's all new. You're like a kid who's visiting Disney for the first time. There's so much to look at and experience. It's literally seeing the world through all new eyes. Page of Cups eyes, Page of Wands eyes. That's the energy of like a kid in Disney for the first time. Everywhere you look, there's a sparkling castle. Now, I'm not trying to blow a bunch of smoke up your butt and tell you from here on out your life is rainbows and unicorns and fairy dust. But I can tell you going back to that is Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, repeating all over again. So your good fortune, your talisman, the key to your good fortune, the key to relief is to not return. You took the exit ramp, keep going. Don't let your past hold you back. Not that entity, not any guilt, and not the little devil on your shoulder. Actually, since you're at the red light, before the light turns green, maybe just kind of want to flick them off your shoulder. Don't take them for the rest of the journey. Thank you very much. I'm leaving you right here. Have faith in your dreams. Why does Libra need to have faith in their dreams? Why do they need to have faith in their dreams? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Faith in your dreams. Three of Wands. Page of Swords. Look at all this new energy with the pages. Eight of Cups. It's like, oh, I hate to say all you have to do is walk away, but Hierophant, Two of Cups, Six of Cups. Have faith in your dreams, that there are other soulmates now put on your path, that you've learned a lesson, valuable lessons. What you're waiting for comes in. What you're waiting for comes in. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know. Did you leave a toxic work environment? Because here's the replacement, and it's a hell of a lot better. Did you leave a toxic romantic partner? Because here's someone who's in it for the long run. Queen to the King of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Victory, success. Did one of you leave like a group of friends? Someone here left like a group of friends. Maybe it's a group of people that you engaged in that toxic behavior in there with that devil energy. Tell me more about these soulmates. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Star, the Five of Pentacles, and the Fool. You have new people rapidly enter your life as you're exiting the other one. You're meeting all new people. It's before you even take the leap of faith. So while you're sitting there at the red light, so to speak, you're already talking to new people. Your window's down and you're already chatting to new people before you even start moving in that direction, before the light even turns green. Just the fact that you're off the ramp, you're starting to engage with new people, think new things, be exposed to new experiences. These new people are meant to help you heal. They're being put on your path to help you heal, Libra. You would not be meeting these people if you made the U-turn, or if you're group one and you're considering staying on the highway. These people help you with financial issues that you have, or emotional issues, self-worth issues. Let me get into the advice deck. Any other advice here for group two? To get to the 9 and 10 of Cups, we have to be in the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is a card of movement. It's the situation, environment, our connection is no longer emotionally fulfilling. I'm not content. It's sad. Sometimes it's lonely. It's depressive. I don't want to live like this anymore. I deserve better. I'm the Empress, speaking like you. So this whole new world of possibilities comes in. The moment you decide, I've come too far, I'm not turning around. The U-turn is not an option. Then suddenly you get all of these new soulmates come into your life. Some are love partners, some are business associates, people that are offering you jobs. Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. As soon as you take that inspired action to be very independent and logical in your thinking and say, no, my satisfaction is what's required here. I want to gain independence and autonomy. I'm not going back. I'm taking the inspired action. I don't care how long it takes me to get to the 10 of Cups. I know I'm getting to the 10 of Cups. I'm going to have faith that as long as I keep moving forward and I'm determined and I don't give up. Knight of Pentacles is no slouch. Knight of Pentacles does not give up. They're not wishy-washy. As long as I maintain my independence and my freedom and I become autonomous of whatever this is, and I'm determined to get to my goal, I will get to my goal. Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Sun. I know I will get to the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So your message here, group one, your message, you're going to be tempted in Sagittarius season, that's another 2.5 weeks or so, to repeat a cycle. You can stay on it. I can't stop you. But it doesn't appear that that cycle would be any different this time around. And I don't know when your next exit ramp will come on that highway. But you could choose to stay on it. You have free will. Group number two. Congratulations. You got rid of the people in the car or the devil off your shoulder, or you stopped answering the phone for the person from your past, and you decided that you're forging forward. And now that you've taken the exit, you're sort of at this cross point here at a red light. You don't know what direction to go in. Your message is clear that good fortune, the key to the relief, is going in any direction from here on out other than going back. Just don't turn around and take the U-turn. The U-turn has the same heartache. Nothing's changed back there. Don't allow nostalgia or anything like that to get in the way. And to make your trip, your journey, a little bit more successful for you, you have new people now entering the scene. People that will help you with your financial and emotional recovery in the near future at the bottom of the deck. Can I get timing for some of these new people? Timing for some of these people. You have June. You will hear news soon. It's not too late to make changes, and you have this month. Yeah, it's not too late to make changes. Do not make the U-turn. Hey, group one, did you hear this? It's not too late to make changes. You can still get off the exit ramp. So for those of you not going back and you're taking the exit ramp, you have new soulmates coming online onto your path this month. You will hear news soon. You have June, and at the bottom of the deck, you have July. These are people that are intended to help move your life forward. You don't have to engage with all of them, but they're there for you to connect with. That is what I have for you, Libra. Two very distinct groups of you. I was really hoping to see the entire Libra collective shift at this point. I was quite startled to see that group one may actually repeat a cycle, but you have the divine gift of free will. Group two, it looks like you're going to some new adventurous places, and I look forward to doing your readings. And group one, I hope that the readings that come through in the future will help you break the cycle, or at least help you endure it as you go through it again. That is what I have for you. That is your full moon in Gemini message. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. Also, I want to thank you very much, Libra, for being a time traveler, for being a part of the subscription-based membership program. I gave a lot of thought to the price. I know I read a comment or two. Some people were upset about the price, but I had to really go within on that. And YouTube is taking like $10.50 of it. And so that leaves me with 14 and change. And then after the state and federal taxes, I'm left with less than $10. And so when I was sitting here thinking about putting out 48 new videos, I was like, if I do 48 new videos a month, I don't know if I'm going to have one person, 10 people, or 1,000 people sign up to view them. And so I thought, well, I have to make something, right? I got to at least make $9. So that was the point of that $24.99 amount. I know to you, it seems like a lot. I wish I was getting all of that. I'm not even getting half of that. So, but I wanted to explain that to you. So I do appreciate your support, and I understand how much money that is. And I thank you very much for purchasing the membership. I hope in the weeks and months to come that you find value in that. And another thing I want to say, if you purchase them with using like an Apple device, then you may have been charged $29.99. That extra $5 does not go to me or YouTube. That's actually an Apple surcharge. I never knew that before I started this. So apparently they charge anywhere from $3 to $5 to process the payment, even though they don't have anything to do with it. So if you wanted to, you could cancel the membership and then sign up again using a non-Apple device or a web browser. And that would give you the direct $24.99 a month. And it's not a huge savings, but it is $5 less. And, at the end of the year, that's $60. So if you wanted to do that, I totally understand. You can cancel. This will run through till the end of your term. And then after that, you could just resubscribe if you wanted to and save that $5. But like I said, it's entirely up to you. And you would have to use a non-Apple device to do that. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thanks again. I hope you appreciate those messages. And I pray to God more of you get off of that highway. I'd love to start having some really good readings for the Libra collective. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.